Hey guys, I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios, and today I have been avoiding doing this because she's actually one of my students, but you have been so kindly persistent in asking me to review her that I've asked her permission and she's good with it, so I'm going to be reviewing for the very first time my little unicorn, Miss Angelica Hale, because she made history recently on America's Got Talent Champions. She won the Golden Buzzer for the second time, and she's the only singer and actually only performer in the history of the show who's ever received such an honor. So I thought, okay, if there's ever a time to review her, it would be now. I will preface this by saying, yes, she is my student, and yes, I'm going to be honest, but I want you to know that I had a huge hand in picking these songs with her, and I had a huge hand in arranging the vocals for what you're about to hear. So really, this is going to be more of a how we did this, a how to, what she's doing, kind of breaking it down like you guys really like about my videos anyway, so that you can really get some good information vocally and technically from what you're seeing her do, because her execution is really quite fabulous. So here we go. This is Angelica Hale, and she is singing Fight Song.
It's so great to be here to perform for AGT the Champions. I'm so excited!
By the way, what you see on stage is exactly who she is. She is rainbows and butterflies all the time.
Coming second on a show like ours is probably the hardest thing, particularly your age, to deal with.
Yeah, you know, tonight I really am fighting for my place here at AGT Champions, and I think this song really applies to what I'm doing here today.
Good.
Yes, it does.
Good. And that makes you a champion.
Yes, it does.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves.
That little thing on that stage.
Like how a single word
Yes.
can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion.
Okay, so let me break down that little part, because you have to set up the song, but this is a competition, so every single section matters, right? We worked a lot on making sure that every single syllable was heard, even in her lower verses. And even though this isn't necessarily low in notes wise, it's low in volume, so that we have somewhere to go. So when we sing something like how a single word, that can get swallowed just like I did. So instead of saying the word single, and I say this all the time, we don't sing the way we speak. We said single, G-A-L, like how a single word. And it opened up her sound and made it fly more. And then we said explosion. We really played with that L. Can make an explosion. And we fell off of that instead of can make an explosion, which is pretty, but it's just not quite as dramatic. This is not just any live performance. She's competing against other talented people of all different genres of talent. And so you have to find in every opportunity you can a way to stand out and make yourself different. That's what we did in the first verse. A couple things of many that we did in the first verse. Let's back it up a little bit so you get the transition. And she grows. Great vowels. Yes, great pitch, great vowels. I mean, look at that mouth. Look at that mouth. Right now. Really capitalizing on all those vowels. Perfectly placed. Gave herself somewhere to grow. Okay, so let's talk about that. So when we were working on this song, that's one of the places where we knew this song is not in its original form, by the way. So we knew that we were going to have some sort of musical break there to do something really cool vocally. Now, I know Angelica's voice. I know that she is an amazing mixer, and I wanted to capitalize on that. And so I made that walk up, the May, yeah, because I wanted that yeah to be in the silence so that it was like a wow factor moment. And I know that with her voice and where she places those notes, it would kill, it would be perfect. We work on scrunching that nose to make that placement nice and forward. We work on making sure her singer stance is nice and centered so that she draws her energy and her control from the ground up instead of straining upwards like this. That's why you see her come down sometimes like this, because she's grounding her note. And then that scrunched nose gives that nice forward placement, which is really healthy. I mean, she can do that and has done it all day long. I mean, we practiced that note a bunch, and her walk up was a great precursor and sort of added that suspense to that top note at the top, which is why, of course, then, you know, everybody's on their feet and they're freaking out because there's the lead up, the build up, and then the release of that amazing note that she hit so well. Let's listen to it one more time so that you can now appreciate all the technique that went into it. Growing. May. Push. See her leaning into it? Nice. That's how it's done, folks. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Setting it up. Yes. Here we go. Okay, stop right there. So I'm reminiscing because I always try to get Angelica to growl a little bit sometimes, and it's not necessarily completely in her comfort zone yet. Sometimes she kills it, and then, you know, sometimes the attempt is just an attempt. But when I asked her, I'm like, can you give me a little power? She's like, oh, it's Tara. I'm like, just try, you know, just try. You don't have to do it in the show, but can we just practice it in lessons? And she did it a few times, and then it got into her voice a little more. She got a little more comfortable with it. She found that place that was like the perfect growl. And it's not easy. Like, you know, sometimes you overdo it. Power! It's too much, but power! Then it starts to sort of like level out in your voice and even out. And then all of a sudden you don't have to try so hard. Power! And you have just a little bit of it left over, which is all I really wanted in the first place. And I wasn't sure if she was going to do it, because I always give her the option, like, honey, I only want you to make the final decision. You and you alone know how you feel when you're performing. So if you don't feel great about it, then don't do it. No one will know it's missing except for me. I'm not going to tattletale on you. And so she said, okay, fine. But when she did it and I saw it, I was like, yes, she did it. That's so great, because we'd worked on it, and it was the perfect amount of the growl, exactly what I was looking for. So it gives me a giggle when I hear her do this on this. So let's listen one more time. Gorgeous vowel there. It's so great. And that right there, whew, for an 11, she's 11, guys. Come on. I mean, so she goes, "Bee, bee," and then she goes down and she switches into that mixed chest that she's just so amazing at doing. And what vocal flexibility and control that takes. That's something that I don't get that in a lot of 11-year-olds. So it's so refreshing and fun for me to be able to give her challenging notes and runs like this, and for her to like learn it real quick and then just do it. It's so great. She's such a fast learner. That took, I don't know, 5 minutes in a lesson. She's so fast. Let's listen one more time to that. So she's switching from to chest, and from head down to chest, which is awesome. And then she switches. And I was so proud of her for that spot too, the because Angelica, if she has any sort of struggle, it's breath. and being able to hold notes really long. And I don't know if you guys know of her story, but she almost died. She had sepsis. She got super sick when she was younger. And so, health is not just something that she takes for granted. And there are things that she has had to work through. And she's such a little overcomer, so victorious over all of those things. But we work on expanding her breath and lung capacity. And this was one of those places in the song where we were like, what can we do that's really impressive, but that she can hold? And we worked that run for a while to get it to where it wasn't cut off too soon. And I will say it's really easy actually to do something longer in a lesson versus when adrenaline is pumping on a stage. And I'm happy to tell you that that is exactly what I heard in lessons. And she executed it to perfection. The notes were awesome. The placement was awesome. But most importantly, she held it exactly to the count that I was asking her to hold it at. And I was waiting for that when I was watching this performance. Like, is she going to do it? And she totally did it. Let's listen one more time to that. And she's just so into it. Mind, body, soul. She's there on that stage. Yes. Hey! And Simon is on his feet. Look at her. Thank you. She knows she killed it. So proud of her.
Thank you all so much.
She was runner-up, but now she could make it all the way.
Oh, and there's her parents, who I'm going to stop right here because, the judges are going to say their thing, but just for time's sake, we'll stop here. I'll say also, her parents are amazing. I love the Hales. I love the family. They're just wonderful people, and Angelica is lucky to have parents that support her so mind, body, and soul. And it really shows, the unity of the family and the path that their vision is clear on is really refreshing. And Angelica is such a hard little worker. She never tires. She's a perfectionist. She loves what she does so much, and she wants so badly for every performance to be delivered to perfection because of you guys that are listening. And that to me tells me that she is born to be exactly who she is and what she's doing. She's born to be an entertainer. AGT is just the tip of the iceberg for Angelica Hale. You're going to be hearing from her for a very long time in many, many bigger ways even than this. But for her to receive the Golden Buzzer twice, I had to just break down, even though she's my student, and review her. And of course, I'm proud. And yes, of course, I have a vested interest in Angelica because she is special. She just is. She's special to me, and she's special to a lot of people out there. She brings hope, and she brings a positive energy. She is nothing but sunshine and rainbows and bubblegum and unicorns, and I do call her my little unicorn. So thank you for persistently requesting. I'm happy to make your wish my command. That is my little unicorn, Angelica Hale, and I am very, very proud of you, honey. So if you guys are looking to maybe be reacted to yourself, you can do that now because it's a thing. If you go to instareactions.com, myself, yes, me, I will, or one of my coaches here at TSS will be happy to react to you next, and you can even post it on your own social media. Click on that link below in the description box for that. If you're looking for an 8-week course, you can click on that link below too. It's called Sing Smarter Not Harder. Everything that I coach Angelica on, everything that we broke down here, it's based off of my methodology that I've developed over the years when training amazing little prodigies like Angelica, and you're going to see many more of them come up in the future, and much more of Angelica, of course. If you're looking for private lessons, you can also click on that link below as well in the description box. My coaches and I will be happy to help you there as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.